Hey Spitfire girls, welcome back to Spitfire Central. I'm your host, Miss Amanda. How are you? Oh, what a week, huh? So, I have had a hard time getting dressed lately. I just don't want to take off my pajamas. I don't know about you. Do you want to leave your pajamas on all day too? Do you wear them a couple days in a row? I won't tell. I decided today was a really great excuse to wear all of my favorite things, and they don't match. So let me show you. I've got my favorite mismatching socks, but look, they're the same color. They go together. They're just different. My favorite leggings that are kind of shiny. My favorite party dress that does fun stuff when I shake. And then I've got my favorite jacket, my favorite scarf. So thank you for being an excuse to get dressed today. What are you wearing? Do you want to go put on your favorite clothes? All of them? Okay, push pause. I'll be here and come back wearing all of your favorite clothes, even if they don't match. All right, I will hold. Okay, what do you got? That's awesome. So a lot of you have been tuning in, and that's made me so happy. I wanted to share some pictures with you of your friends doing Spitfire Club. So here we've got a friend watching. I thought that was cute. We've got some puppet making. Isn't that great? Look, she made the little flamingo. So good. Some excellent paper bag puppets. I'm not saying your names because that's not safe. Don't think I don't know your names. I'm just not putting them in the public domain. Isn't that wonderful? I love these puppets, guys. Keep them coming. Today we're going to make something too. I will tell you what the materials are that you'll need, or the types of materials that you'll need later. But for now, I thought I'm going to try to sit closer to the camera so that you can see the book better, and then we'll go back there and make something. So today is all about just feeling fabulous and being your own authentic self, whatever that is for you. And so today, for me, that's all my favorite things at one time, but for you, that might be something different. Our first book is a really excellent rhyming story, especially for younger girls, but it's fun for everybody, called Mary Had a Little Glam. So I look forward to reading this with you. By Tammy Sauer, illustrations by Vanessa Brantley Newton. Vanessa Brantley Newton is one of my favorite illustrators. We've got a lot of her books in here. I did not write this book. I don't own the rights to this book. Spitfire is not making money off of this video. Get the book closer. Mary had a little glam, which grew into a lot, and everywhere that Mary went, she wasn't hard to spot. But on the day she started school, she caught some by surprise. Sweet Mary shrugged and hugged her mom. I must accessorize. Is that your curtain? Meow. Then Mary click-clacked down the block in frilly formal wear, and by the time she got to school, she'd added extra flair. Look, Tammy's Dress Shop. It's the author. Isn't that fun? They put a secret in there for us. When Mary took a look around, her heart was filled with woe. The other kids in class with her were glamless head to toe. So Mary offered fashion tips, more pink, more beads, more shine. A hat for him and trim for her. Go boa, it's divine. Tweet. Soon Mary brought out glitz and glam in everyone she met. The teachers, the students, teachers, principal, and Clark, the classroom pet. Tweet. Now story time had gowns and crowns and mounds of striped chiffon. The art class came with glitter glue and trips to her salon. Then Mary amped up music class with pomp and circumstance. At checkout time she was sublime, left not a thing to chance. The morning flew, and soon it was the best part of the day. It's recess time, the teacher said, and Mary led the way. But all came to a sudden stop. Each kid surveyed the scene. We're clearly dressed all wrong for this, boo-hooed the 17. Poor Mary twirled her parasol. This crisis was a 10. She'd never figure out a plan. All was lost. But then... what do you think they're going to do? She tossed her shades and silk-lined cape, her scarf and strappy shoes. And Mary's friends were just as fast. There was no time to lose. The class raced for the jungle gym, the spiral slide and swings. Then Mary grinned and grabbed a ball, among some other things. Now Mary's flair for what to wear is better than before. True glamour often calls for lots, but sometimes less is more. The book's so fun. All right, let's go over here and make something fun. So, down here in my little crafty space, I've got a goat. My sister sent me this goat one time when I was having a bad day, and I think it's very fun. So, I don't have any dolls, and I thought, oh, it'd be so fun to dress some dolls in Spitfire Club, but I don't have any. So, we're gonna dress a goat. I just thought it would be fun to make some homemade doll clothes. So if you have a doll, maybe push pause and go get your doll, and then go find some materials that you could use to make an outfit for your doll. So I have leftover paper from last week that I can cut up. I have a couple of permanent markers because I think that I have an idea. A grocery bag because it doesn't have anything on this side, so maybe I could fashion that into like a cape or something, I don't know. Some coffee filters because you know how much I love doing crafts with coffee filters. Rubber bands to attach things. And this is what I'm very proud of. Aluminum foil. I think that we can make some really cool clothes out of aluminum foil, but the only kind of markers that will work on aluminum foil are permanent. Do we write on anything that's not paper or aluminum foil or one of our art projects with permanent markers? I don't want your mom to kill me. Okay. So, what should we name goat? Gertrude. This is Gertrude the goat. All right, what should Gertrude wear? What do you think? This is going to be a hat, and I'm going to color it with purple, blue, and green polka dots. Oh, I forgot to say pause. Pause me. Go get your stuff. I'll be here coloring when you get back. Oh, welcome back. I'm still making my polka dots. How do I turn this into a hat for a goat? Maybe it will be a fascinator for Gertrude. There we go. So I've bunched it up in the middle like that. I'm going to take one of these rubber bands and kind of wrap it around the bottom. There we go. How does she look? All right, let's give her some sort of skirt thing. fold it into layers so that it can have texture and drape. Watch too many reality TV fashion shows. Maybe I'll take another rubber band. So here's Gertrude's outfit. I could probably color it, but I don't want to make you watch me craft. It'd be more fun for you to do your own thing, right? So that's your challenge. Dress anything. Just make some clothes out of whatever you've got. And send me a picture. I'd love to see it. I'll show it to you, everybody, next week. All right. So today we are reading our second book, which is Marisol McDonald Doesn't Match, or Marisol McDonald No Combina, by Monica Brown and illustrated by Sara Palacios. This book is very special because it's got this award here. Won an award for books that are printed in the Spanish language. Which reminds me, I said the title in 2 different languages. Why? This book is printed in 2 languages, so it's written in Spanish and in English, and so on each page I encourage you to read both sides if you want to, especially if you're practicing your Spanish. For the purposes of today, I'm going to read in English, but this book is printed in Spanish too if you like to read in Spanish. Which way does this book go? She's upside down. Marisol McDonald Doesn't Match. Oh, I didn't write this book and I don't own the rights to it. My name is Marisol McDonald and I don't match. At least that's what everyone tells me. I play soccer with my cousin Tato and he says, Marisol, your skin is brown like mine, but your hair is the color of carrots. You don't match. Actually, my hair is the color of fire, I say, and kick the ball over Tato's head and into the goal. My brother says, Marisol, those pants don't match that shirt. They clash. But I love green polka dots and purple stripes. I think they go great together, don't you? I also love peanut butter and jelly burritos and speaking Spanish, English, and sometimes both. Can I have a puppy, a furry sweet perrito? Asked my parents. Por favor? Quizás, Mommy says. Maybe, Dad says, smiling and winking. My teacher, Miss Apple, doesn't like the way I sign my name. Marisol McDonald, she says, this doesn't match. At school, we learn to print and use cursive, but not at the same time. But I like the way Marisol McDonald looks. At recess, Ollie and Emma want to play pirates, and Noah wants to play soccer. How about soccer playing pirates, I suggest. No way, they say. So I run off to play on the swings by myself. After recess, we have art, my favorite subject. I think my drawings surprise my friends. So what's surprising about this drawing? Yeah, look. Soccer playing pirate. We've got an elephant with green polka dots and glasses. A sun that's also a moon and stars. What do we have in the corner? I can't tell what that is. What do you think that is? Marisol is unique. At lunch, Ollie walks over to me and scrunches his nose. A peanut butter and jelly burrito, he asks. I know, I say it doesn't match, but it sure tastes good. Marisol, you couldn't match if you wanted to, Ollie says. Oh yeah, bet I can. Wait a second. Everybody keeps telling Marisol that she doesn't match. Why is it any of anybody's business? Is it anyone's business that she doesn't match? No. Sometimes when people are more focused on other people than they are on themselves, it has nothing to do with the other person. It has nothing to do with who Marisol is or what she's wearing or how she is. People sometimes feel bad about themselves and they take that out on other people. And we're feeling differently on different days, right? None of us feel the same way about ourselves every single day. But sometimes things are going on in someone's life, like maybe something at home isn't going the way they want, or maybe school's not going okay. Or maybe they're stuck inside their house for days and days and they're all a little bit crazy, right? And at some point in everyone's life, someone tells us that something about us is not quite right or not good enough. And I want you to know that that's about them and not about you. And it doesn't make it okay. It's not okay for people to say things like that to you. But if they do, stop and just say, that's not about me. That's about them. And let it go. Because no one should have the power to make you feel inferior. What does she do with Ollie, do you think? Do you think she lets him change her? The next day, I wake up and decide that today, I, Marisol McDonald, will match. It's a little hard to find clothes that are all the same color. I play pirates with Ollie at recess, but it's not very fun. Why can't pirates play soccer anyway? I have a regular peanut butter and jelly sandwich at lunch, and the bread tastes mushy. Look. This is the part where everybody notices that the art has newsprint in it. I love this book. Even art class is a little bit boring. Marisol, Miss Apple says, what's wrong? This doesn't look like your usual work. I'm trying to match, I say with a frown. Why? Asks Miss Apple. I can't think of a single good reason. At the end of the day, Miss Apple hands me a note. I open it and it says, Marisol, I want you to know that I like you just the way you are. Because the Marisol McDonald that I know is a creative, unique, bilingual, Peruvian-Scottish-American soccer-playing artist and simply marvelous. Ms. Jimmy Go Apple. I skip all the way home. When I wake up on Saturday, I put on my pink shirt, my polka dot skirt, and my favorite hat, the one my abuelita brought me from Peru. At breakfast, I say, my name is Marisol McDonald, and I don't match because I don't want to. Bravo, says Mommy. Good for you, says Dad. Now, let's go to the pound and get a puppy. That's a pretty cool thing to hear at breakfast. When we get to the pound, there are big dogs and little dogs. There are dogs with long noses and dogs with smushed faces. There are chocolate-colored puppies and smoky gray puppies and puppies the color of caramel. How will I ever choose? And then I see him. He has one floppy ear and one pointy ear, one blue eye and one brown eye. He is beautiful. I walk over and he leaps into my lap. I cuddle him and it sounds like he purrs. Do dogs purr? I think we found just the right dog for you, Marisol, Mommy says. My puppy is perfect. He's mismatched and simply marvelous, just like me. I think I'll name him Kitty. The end. So, 2 books about girls who are unabashedly who they are. And they express themselves in part through what they wear. So I said earlier that it's been hard to get dressed because we're not going anywhere, we're not seeing anybody new. But one of the things that I think helps us maintain a feeling of normalcy, like this isn't our world being turned upside down, is finding a reason to get dressed every now and then. So I hope today was a fun reason to get dressed and to express yourself and to be creative. Being creative is another way to feel more like yourself and to feel like the time you're spending matters. When you're not in school and you don't have your routines, I bet it feels sometimes like the coolest time ever, right? Because you get to play and you don't have as many rules maybe. But there are some parts of not being in school that probably feel abnormal to you. So I encourage you to find a way to make this feel a little bit normal. And maybe that's just by getting dressed. So in your journal, I'm wondering if you could write however much you want or draw ways that you can try to make now feel normal enough. And also think about ways that you can express yourself even though you're not going to school. So yeah, write that down, give it a think. Send me pictures of your magnificent, I gotta get Gertrude. Oh, she's so cute. Send me pictures of your magnificent fashion designs on your animal or doll or whatever you have. Maybe yourself, I don't know. Yeah, also, I've been thinking about reading logs and I just don't think they make any sense. But I would like to know how many books you're reading. So let's brag. Let's be really proud of ourselves. In the comments on this video, just type in how many books you've read since we saw each other last week. In the Spitfire Club, every chapter counts as a book. So if you were reading chapter books, count up how many chapters you've got. Just let me know. You should be really proud of how much you're reading. And I hope you're reading so much, because not only are the books that we read right now growing our brains and helping us learn, they're also helping us escape into stories that are different than our own. You can travel in a book, right? You can meet new people in a book and socialize. So books will give us comfort in a time when we can't go out and be in our normal world. All right, so Gertrude and I say goodbye, and I hope you have a good week. We'll see you again next week. Bye.